There lived a lady named Mary in a village called Nibley. She had two daughters. One was named Jennifer and the other was Susan. When Jennifer was young, her mother died and so her father Robin married again. But he too died after a few years because of illness, and that is why Jennifer was unable to love her mother and sister. Susan and Jennifer used to fight often. Both the sisters never talked to each other softly. Mary was very worried seeing all this. One day,
Susan and Jennifer, come and have your meal. Yes, Mom, coming.
Yes, Mom, I'm also coming.
saying this, both the daughters came there and saw that their mother had prepared dessert for them. That day, both Susan and Jennifer were very happy.
Mom, did you make this dessert for me? I like it a lot. I know that both of my daughters love dessert. That is the reason why I made this dessert for both of you.
What about me, Mom?
Yes, dear, I have made it for you too. Now have it quickly. Both of you have to go to the college, isn't it?
Sure. Mom, may I take this bowl? I have to reach college early.
Yes, take it. And Susan, you take this bowl. Sure, Mom.
Both of them eat dessert and seeing each other angrily leave the house. Both of them studied in college together. The only difference was that Jennifer was in third year and Susan was in first year. They were 2 years older and younger, but even then, they often had little fights as if both of them were enemies to each other. One day,
Sister, we are going for a trip from college. Are you also going?
Yes, ours is also going. But I don't want to go.
Why so, sister?
Because you will be there.
I also don't want to come with you. I asked just for the sake of asking. I'm going.
Susan and Jennifer leave the place turning away from each other. The next day, both of them go to college. Then their teacher asks them, Jennifer, are you coming for the college trip?
Yes, sir. I'm coming.
Okay, I will write your name.
Sure, sir.
Saying this, teacher makes a list of the girls going on the trip. After coming home, Susan and Jennifer told these things to their mother.
Susan, Jennifer, both of you are going on the trip. But do not fight there. Otherwise, there is no need to go on the trip.
No, Mother. We will not fight.
Yes, Mom, we will not fight. Okay then, both of you can go. Here is the money for the trip and keep the rest of the money with you. Mom, we will go tomorrow and come back after 2 days. Okay, let's go to sleep now. Tomorrow both of you have to go.
And all of them go to sleep after having dinner. The next day, both of them go on the trip by boarding their respective buses. And Mary gets busy with her daily routine. After some time, Mary receives a call from Jennifer.
Mom, both of us have reached the place of the trip.
Okay, dear. Are both of you fine?
Yes, Mom. I got to go now. We have to visit different spots here.
Okay. Whenever you get time, call me.
Sure, Mom.
Take care of yourself and Susan.
Yes, Mom.
After hanging up the phone, Jennifer and her classmates go to visit a place. Susan also goes with her class to visit another place. Children come back after roaming about. Jennifer looks for Susan, but she couldn't find her. So Jennifer starts worrying about her.
Oh, where is Susan? I can't find her. Where shall I look for her?
Then Jennifer saw Susan and she feels relaxed.
Susan, where were you? I was so worried for you.
Hey, I was here with my friends. I'm fine.
Saying this, Susan goes from there. The next day, children wake up early and get ready fast. They all set out for the hill. They were supposed to roam about that day and leave by the evening. All the students go to visit a hill station. They enjoy the environment of the hill until evening. But Susan goes to a secluded place without telling anybody. While enjoying the classic view of that place, she slipped and she fell from there. All the students start gathering to go back because evening was setting in. And here Susan was hanging with the help of the branch of a tree. Jennifer looked for her sister among the students, but she couldn't find her. While looking for Susan, Jennifer came to that hill point and she called her.
Susan, where are you?
Sister, I'm here. Please help me. I'm here.
Following Susan's voice, Jennifer finds that Susan is hanging by the hill. Jennifer got nervous seeing all this. She gathered her strength and pulled her up.
Why did you come here? If something would have happened to you, what would I do? What would I have told Mom?
Sister, I slipped and fell. I called a lot, but no one heard me. You came here looking for me and saved me. You're the best sister in the world.
Yeah. Susan, come, or we will be late for home. Bus will leave.
While pulling Susan up, Jennifer had injured her arms. So Susan tore her stole and covered them. And now they went near the bus. What happened, Jennifer? Your arm is bleeding.
It's nothing, sir. I fell there. Now I'm fine.
Teacher and all the students set off to go home. After coming home, Jennifer told everything to her mother. Hearing all this, Mary started crying and hugged both of them.
Since both of you hang out together, I never feel worried about you. But my dear daughters, take care of yourself.
After that day, both the stepsisters ended all the little fights and lived happily like real sisters. Friends, we learn from this story that we should not feel jealous of each other and live with love.
In the village of Shadeville, there lived a girl named Suzanne with her parents and her brother. All the villagers respected her father, Samson Taylor, and her mother, Raven Taylor. They had a farm and their son worked hard on that farm. But he was very proud of himself and boasted that he was the only earning member of the family. Being the younger child, Suzanne didn't speak up and helped at home as much as she could. She helped her parents. One day, villagers were talking to Samson Taylor. Samson, brother, for how long will your daughter live with you? Shouldn't you get her married? Yeah, I have to. But I have to find a good husband first. Then I will get her married. That's also right. But you don't have to worry because we are there. We will find her a husband. Thank you, friends. I don't have to worry as long as you are there. Samson Taylor thinks to himself, my fellow villagers are so nice. They took half my sorrow away. I'm lucky to have been born in this village. Now Samson Taylor goes home and says to her wife, Raven, listen, come out. I need to talk to you about something.
You called me. What happened? What do you want to talk about?
Raven, I think we should get our Suzanne married. What do you think?
Whatever you think. It seems good.
After a few days, a proposal comes for Suzanne. The head of the village goes to Samson's place to tell him about it. Samson, I found a good proposal for your daughter. If you say yes, we can take it forward. This is a good news, sir. If you have come with the proposal, it must be good. So, should I call the boy's family to meet? Yes, sir. Call them tomorrow. Let's fix the marriage tomorrow itself. Tell the boy's family. Next day, both families meet. Boy's family likes Suzanne very much. They say yes to the marriage and Samson gets them married. After marriage, Suzanne goes to live with the in-laws. They like her behavior a lot. Suzanne does all the housework very well. But her happiness doesn't last long. Her life turns upside down. Few days after marriage, her husband dies in a car accident. Her life becomes hard. After spending a few days with the in-laws, she comes back to her parents' house. But her brother does not like this. Mother, Suzanne will stay here for how many days? She should go back to her in-laws.
Huh? Why do you have a problem with this? This house is as much hers as it is yours. Got it?
Oh, is this house hers as well? What about the house of her in-laws?
Mother, you both shouldn't fight because of me. If you're not comfortable with me being here, then I can go away.
This is the right thing to do. For us as well as for you.
Susan, no one has an issue with you living here. If it does bother someone, then that person should leave the house.
I have been listening to the argument. What's happening here, son? Do you even know what you bear talking about? Yes, father, I know. I want my share of the house. You see to it. Suzanne is unlucky. Her destiny is having a life full of tears. I don't care. I'm not dependent on anyone.
Please don't worry about me. I'll take care of myself.
Suzanne leaves from there after saying this. I will call the villagers to divide the property tomorrow. At least there will be no arguments every day. This will be fine. Next day, Samson Taylor calls the head of the village with some other villagers to his house. Sir, I want my share of the house. See, sir, how is he talking? Sons, it's not good to divide the house at this age. Think again about it. Sir, I have taken my decision. Please divide the share of the house. What else to expect from a son who doesn't even know how to treat his parents, sir? Please divide the shares. I can't bear to hear another argument. Head of the family divides the house between them. Now, Ron and his parents are living separately. Now, Suzanne started helping with the farm and she took care of her parents as well. Ron got jealous after seeing all this.
Susan, how much more will you do for us? I'm just fulfilling my responsibility, Mother. Taking care of you makes me happy.
My child, we are lucky to have you. What have we done to deserve such a good daughter? Some years pass by. Suzanne keeps doing the farm work as well as takes care of her parents. Suzanne started working very hard in the farms of the village. She took the responsibility of the whole family on her shoulders. She made her parents rest. They started staying in all the time. And one day,
You know, our daughter is like gold. Whatever be the situation, she will always shine. We are really lucky.
yes, you are right. Till now we used to think that our son, Ron, is the bright one and will make us proud. The one we thought will do good for us, he disrupted our life. And who we thought was a useless daughter, she is making us proud.
Yes, you are right. I feel so blessed.
Let's cook dinner for her today. Let's cook the food together.
Yes, let us both cook the food today.
Samson and Raven cook the food together and they wait for Suzanne to return. Suzanne comes back home in the evening. She says to her mother,
Mother, how many times have I told you that you shouldn't do any work? I will do all the work. Why do you have to bother yourself?
"Oh, my child, this is no work."
Dear, you do so much work every day. If we do this little thing, it's not a big deal. Mother, I don't like it when you do any work. As long as I am there, you shouldn't have to work at all. Leave it. Let's eat dinner now. We are hungry.
Everyone eats dinner. Suzanne finishes all the leftover work and goes to sleep. Next day, she wakes up early to start doing her work. After some time, she wakes her mother also. Then she goes to wake up her father.
Father, it's morning. Don't you want to wake up?
Yes, I want to get up. But I feel very tired today. I feel feverish as well. Let me rest.
If you don't feel well, then let's go to the hospital.
Let me rest today. We will see later. You should go and do your work.
Mother, call me if there is any problem. I'm going now.
You go, my child. Don't worry about me.
Yes, daughter, you should go now. I'm here. I will call you if anything changes. Okay? Okay, I will go.
Suzanne leaves the house to go to work, but Samson's fever doesn't get better. Raven sends a boy to call Suzanne back.
Suzanne's sister, uncle is having high fever. Auntie has called you back.
Okay, you go. I'll come.
After listening to this, Suzanne comes running back home. She comes home and looks at her father. Then she goes to the house of head of the village.
Uncle, I need some help.
Yes, Suzanne, what is the problem?
Uncle, father is having high fever. Come to our house with me. Let's take him to a good hospital.
Yes, let's go. Head of the village comes to Suzanne's house with her. Suzanne, his body is burning hot. We have to take him to the hospital. Head of the village calls a car and takes Samson to a hospital. Suzanne also goes with him. A doctor sees him in the hospital. I'm writing some medicines for him. They should give him some relief. You can take him home now.
Thank you, doctor.
Suzanne comes back home with her father and uncle. She makes her father eat dinner and give him his medicines. A few days go by like this, but the medicines are not making Samson any better. Suzanne calls the doctor to the house.
Doctor, why is he not getting better with medicines?
The medicines will not help him now. Don't spend any more money on him. He's very old now. Medicines won't work.
Doctor, if you say like this, then what will we do?
See, I'm only telling you what his body condition is telling me. Listening to this, Raven starts crying. Doctor leaves the house. Now Suzanne starts thinking very hard, but she needs to complete her responsibility. She starts to save money. Samson wasn't getting any better. One day, he becomes very sick. Suhani, my child, call the head of the village.
Yes, father. I'll call him right away.
Suhani brings head of the village to her house. Hello, Samson. You called me?
Sir, after I'm dead, please take care of my family. Take care of my Suzanne.
Suzanne is like my daughter. I will take care of her as long as I live. You don't worry about it. Listening to the head of the village's words, Samson closes his eyes for the last time. Suzanne and Raven starts crying loudly. Suzanne goes to their old house to call her brother.
Brother, please forget what happened. Father is no more. Come home now.
He was dead to me the day I got my share. Hearing this, Suzanne comes back home without saying anything else. She completes her father's last rituals alone. Suzanne felt lonely after her father's death. Some days later, her also started getting sick. She was not even eating food properly. One day, Suzanne says to her mother,
Oh, mother, please eat food properly. Otherwise, you will become more sick. Why to live anymore now? I am living only for you.
Some days go by. One day, Suzanne wakes up and starts doing work at home. After completing her work, she went to wake up her mother, but her mother was already dead.
Mother?
Suzanne completes her mother's last rituals with the help of her uncle. A few days go by. One day,
Uncle, whatever money you have spent on me after my mother and father's death, I owe you that. Please tell me how much have you spent?
My child, it must be around 5,000 rupees in total.
Okay, I will return every penny I owe you.
Suzanne starts working day and night to return the money to the head of the village. She somehow managed to earn 5,000 rupees in the end. She brings the money to the head of the village.
Uncle, I will be free from any debt from today onwards.
Yes, Suzanne. Suzanne, my child, will you take my advice?
Please tell, have I ever not listened to you after my father was gone? Then why will I not listen now?
My brother has a son. He is very talented and hardworking. I wish you to marry him. For how many days will you live alone like this?
You have been like a father to me. Whatever you have decided must be good for me. I accept the proposal.
The head of the village gets her married to his nephew in a huge ceremony, and Suzanne started living a very happy and fulfilling life in her new house. The moral of the story is that no matter if you are a boy or a girl, if given the right opportunity, you can fulfill your responsibility well.
Mary the maid had started working as a cook in Harold's home few days ago. Harold's pregnant wife Rachel used to treat her very nicely. She used to give tea and breakfast to her and sometimes even lunch.
Mary, first drink your tea. It's a cold weather. Sure, madam, I will drink it. And this is my old sweater. I have only worn it twice. If you want, you can take it.
Harold used to go to his office very early in the morning. After that, Mary used to come to their home to cook food. Mary made delicious food. Rachel was also happy with her work. Slowly, Mary won Rachel's trust completely.
Mary, I'm going to the temple. Take care of the house. Yes, madam, you don't worry.
Rachel started going to the temple every day for 1 hour and Mary used to be alone in the home. Harold had received 4 bags of basmati rice from the village. Mary got greedy.
There are just 2 people in this home and so much rice. If I take 2 bowls of rice from this bag, no one will even notice.
Mary took 2 bowls of rice from the bag and kept it in her purse. She closed the rice bag as before.
Amazing! Today I will make fried rice at home.
Mary's greed and daring was increasing day by day. She would take rice, sugar, and sometimes tea leaves and vegetables. Every day, something or the other from Harold's home used to reach Mary's home. Mary had stuck gold. Oh wow! You have found a golden goose. But take care, or else you will be caught.
Yes, don't worry. Madam trusts me completely.
That's good. I don't need to work anymore. things from the home were slowly disappearing, but Rachel didn't notice. She still trusted Mary. Then one day, Rachel's mother-in-law comes to visit.
Greetings, mother. Oh, don't bother, daughter-in-law. How are you feeling now? It's fine. I just feel tired sometimes. Don't worry. It's normal in pregnancy. Now I'm here to take care of you. Let's click a selfie first.
Rachel introduces mother-in-law to Mary.
Mother, she's Mary. She cooks for us and takes care of other small things in our home. She supports me a lot. Okay. That's fine.
Rachel's mother-in-law was very smart and tech-savvy. She could easily get a hang of a person just by observing them. When Rachel used to go to the temple, she used to sit on the swing to pray. And in every 15 minutes, she used to walk into the kitchen. Because of her presence in the house, Mary was not able to steal things.
When will this old lady go back? I'm afraid to steal anything now.
Mary's clever mind notices something. When mother-in-law sits on the swing, it creaks, and it takes 10 minutes for her to complete a round of praying on the beads.
Okay, so this means that this old lady will not get up from there for 10 minutes. Huh? This time is enough for me.
For the next 2-3 days, Mary is successful in stealing a few things. She feels happy.
I'm going home. I've kept the food in the fridge. Okay.
As Mary is leaving the house, mother-in-law notices a suspicious bulge in Mary's bag.
Huh? When she came in the morning, her bag was folded. How come it's full now?
Next day, Mary comes to work.
Mary, Rachel has left for the temple and I'm sitting for my prayers. Later, I will come to the kitchen to make some sweets. Okay.
Mary comes to the kitchen. She can hear the creak of the swing. She assumes that now mother-in-law will not get up for 10 minutes.
This lady will not come here for 10 minutes now. I should put some vegetables in my bag.
Mary finishes her work and starts to leave for her home.
I'm leaving for home. Okay, what are you going to cook at home today? Thought of making mixed vegetables today. Okay, that's good. So how many vegetables did you take? Huh?
She is surprised to hear this question from the mother-in-law, but manages to answer.
I haven't bought it yet. I will buy them on my way home.
During this, Rachel also comes back.
But you already have the vegetables in your bag. Let me see.
Mary realizes that she has been caught and she feels guilty.
Mother, how did you know?
Mother-in-law starts laughing and shows Rachel the video she recorded in her mobile. Rachel is surprised to see Mary put vegetables in her bag in the video.
Please forgive me. I did a mistake. But weren't you praying at that time? I could hear the sound of the swing. That's why I could gather the courage to steal. Maybe you didn't notice me holding Rachel's beads, not mine. And if you push the swing once, it will keep swinging for at least 5 minutes. It gave me enough time to record.
So that's how the mother-in-law taught Mary a lesson who was a greedy maid. Now Mary couldn't work in that area anymore.
Oh God, what have I done? I dug my own grave. Mother, today we have been saved from loss because of you. But daughter-in-law, remember, you should also not trust anyone blindly from now. Not everyone is good in this world.